you caught me in the middle of forging this integral bolster hunting knife. The bolster is just, I don't have anything to gesture with. The bolster is just this front area of the handle, and integral just means it's all one piece, which is going to make this a little bit more challenging than most other knives that I make. Forging it ain't too bad, but grinding it is going to be pretty tricky. Keeping everything square and symmetrical is really difficult when you can't even lay it down flat like you can with most knives. So I'm excited for that challenge with grinding it, but right now it's just more forging. I need to square up this bolster, and the tang is all out of whack. The blade's looking pretty good though. I didn't get quite the heel that I wanted, but I think it still looks good. So let's keep on gaming. So after forging that knife out, I did some normalizing cycles at 1675 degrees. No idea how close to that I actually got, but I tried. And then I annealed it at 1500 degrees. I think I did actually get pretty close to 1500 degrees, but I put it in this vermiculite. It's for gardening, like you put it in soil to do something. I don't know anything about gardening, but it's a really good insulator, really good for cooling down a knife very slowly, which makes all the carbides and the grain structure really happy and ready for heat treating. Alrighty, so I just spent a lot of time getting some reference surfaces down. I'm pretty confident now that this face and this face, the blade and the bolster, are pretty square with each other now on both sides. Everything else around it is really rough. Right there and right there are where they need to be relative to each other, if that makes any sense. They're square with each other, they're straight, and that's really useful when I'm doing everything else around it, so I have something to work off of. So I can start cleaning up everything and getting all the other surfaces to where I want them to be. And I also noticed this bolster is way too long. I need to take some material off of that, but I'm glad I have extra material and not enough. Oh, and I am leaving the tip very wide like that. It'll just give me more material in the future, and there's no reason to bring that down yet. I'll let the forage cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna do that one more time, just to make sure I get full hardness out of this. I want the knife to come up to temperature with the forge, because if this knife heats up too quickly, the bolster isn't gonna get hot enough, and I do need the bolster to get hardened. Usually doesn't matter that much, but in this case, I do want the bolster to be hardened. So I'll let it come up to temperature real slowly with the forge. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Blade looks absolutely amazing. And the bolster didn't do nothing. It's not the hardest it can be, but I just need it to be hard for the stone washing. And that should be hard enough where there's not a dramatic difference between the blade and the bolster. But that's for later. Now it's tempering time. Tempering time is done. We can grind this out though. Oopsies. So I etched this knife in the ferrochloride just for a little bit to make it nice and dark, and then went into the coffee to make it extra black. And now we can stone wash this blade. And I haven't done a super dark stone wash like this before, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I'll just be doing that in my little rock tumbling jig for the grinder, and we'll see how this turns out. So that was like 20 minutes of stone washing, and it looks good. It looks so good. So I think the plan is like a brass spacer and then some light colored wood. I'm not exactly sure on the wood yet. And then like some brass as a pin. And I think that'll look really cool, but that's all I got time for now. Thanks for watching. Have a safe drive home.